So you are Coby Resnick, married, father of three, ex-Marine. You hold a degree in computer science focused in networking, which I do as well, pretty much. I have an IT degree. Currently, the environmental service director working with wastewater treatment, which is pretty interesting in itself. Enjoys woodworking, racing enthusiast, club president of the Brunette in Johnson City, Tennessee, and most importantly, a passionate mead and beer maker. Did I miss anything?
Yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell.
All right, so we're gonna kind of start with like your origin story. So, like, what made you start with mead, or what was the interesting side of mead that you went with?
Well, in the late 90s, I was in the Marines at the time. We were in Europe. It was found out later it was actually a braggot. This is well before my knowledge of everything. So I had some mead while we were there, and I enjoyed it. I spent the next 20 years trying to find something similar once I got back to the United States, and there just wasn't anything like that. So I decided to make it. I spoke to then at the time President of Brunette, Todd Wood, and
Mhm.
he kind of got me started with some, smaller gallon-sized equipment and a couple little things that I needed, some yeast and things of that nature, and it's been an experience ever since. I've been at it now for 3.5, 4 years, I guess.
Oh wow! So I was under the impression you've been making mead, gosh, a lot longer than that. Honestly, I thought you've been making mead for like a decade or so. That was
Oh,
my
no,
impression
no,
of it. Yeah.
it's fairly new as far as I'd like to call it a hobby, but it's maybe been more of an obsession.
Yeah, it might be, but I think all of this is a passion of love at the end of the day
It
overall.
is.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk a little bit about, I guess, the Marine background, and just a little bit, just kind of give a little bit of more of an idea of you. So you say you spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, correct? So like
Yes, I
freshman,
do.
so straight out of high school. So how did that experience shape you today?
I don't typically end up late for meetings because of it. That's a bit of an
Perfect,
inside joke with a
perfect. I love it.
little bit of anxiety there.
Uh huh.
No, the truth of it is it kinda set the core because I was a pretty spirited youth, and,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I knew when I was young that if I didn't do something with my life, I would be in a pretty bad spot in young adulthood. It's done a lot for me. It taught me a lot of core values, and it's put me on the right track in life.
That's perfect, man. That's awesome. So after the Marines, did you go and get your computer science degree? Is that how that worked out?
I come back, and I had a couple of, life scares, I guess, would be the best thing. I had a couple injuries in the civilian workforce, and then decided, maybe all that hard labor wasn't really cut up to be what it is.
Hmm.
So I went to college. I had the GI Bill, so I figured why not.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And
Yeah.
I got started in the computer science. There was nothing locally where we lived.
Mhm.
Had to basically back then you'd had to move to Atlanta or someplace like that, and it just wasn't in the books for me. So um, got offered a job from a friend in wastewater. I've been doing that pretty much ever since. So
Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. So when I graduated from ETSU 2011, I kind of went through the same issue in this general era, of the Tri-Cities. A lot of the IT jobs just kind of dried up. That's when like the shift was still going overseas. There wasn't a lot of in-house IT work. So I actually ended up the whole year and a half of programming skills I had. I became a web developer programmer basically. So I did like PHP for a while, then JavaScript, and kind of went up and down the stack. And I've learned that and C Sharp, Node JS, which is still like a JavaScript backend stuff. On what else have I done? Done a lot of frameworks. So right now it's a lot of frameworks. So my current job, I do like PHP is the backend programming language. We use Laravel, which is like model view controller kind of thing, if you're familiar with that. And then I use Vue.js, which is a JavaScript library framework for the front end. It's not as so you don't have to write as complicated JavaScript code. It's a little less heavy handed that way. You can still write plain old JavaScript if I need to. So yeah, so I kind of get the understanding of like going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do since I can't find a job? I have this degree, I got to figure out something.